record our teeny tiny class. All right, moving into our chair here if you aren't in it already. Whew. Okay. We'll find our mountain pose in the chair. Feet are flat on the floor. Spine is tall. And it feels to me like every time I come into my chair class, and you know, and I don't know why I don't do this like when I'm sitting everywhere else, but this is like the one time I actually work on my posture while sitting, except for maybe on a horse, but it feels totally different. I think it's because my legs are actually like hanging down and not bent like this in front of me. I think my hip flexors are just tired. I don't know, whatever. But notice your posture. Notice your tall spine. Now, if you want to set an intention or say an affirmation for this class, you can do that. Maybe dedicate the class to somebody. Let's take a minute. And then notice the breath. Any qualities of the breath. Also notice how you feel. Maybe while you're breathing or different parts of your body as your breath moves through. I was telling Carol before class, I was feeling very, very anxious today. And that feeling hasn't really gone away. And there's just, so many things that we're all going through right now. Kind of like what we talk about before class and the things going on in this world. I mean, how can we not have some anxiety to some level? And notice any physical feelings to how you feel emotionally, any physical sensations that kind of manifest due to your emotions. And now we'll start to move with the breath here. So on your next exhale, we'll bring the chin towards the chest and round the spine. And on the inhale, the pelvis starts to tip forward as we open up through the front of the body. Shoulder blades come towards each other. Chin can rise up. So let's do a few of those, exhaling and rounding. And even excitement can manifest as kind of anxiety. I have a riding lesson coming up today, and I haven't had a riding lesson since December. And I'm going to a new barn, same teacher, but new barn. And so that has me pretty excited, and it manifests in my body as anxiety. So coming up tall again through that tall spine. And we're going to turn our head to one side. So maybe your chin is moving towards one shoulder. And you can bring your fingers up by your ear and start to draw your fingers down your neck. There's excitement, uncertainty, just about everything. I mean, not just one thing, like all kinds of things. We'll turn our head to the other side, hold for a moment, and then you can start to draw your fingers down your neck again. And then we're going to come back to a neutral position and are facing forward. And we're going to reach our fingers. My fingers are pointed down towards my spine, but then I'm going to draw them up the back of my neck and kind of tilt my head back or rest my head into my fingers here as I draw my fingers up. So you start again down at the base of the neck and then come up the back of the neck. And then we'll release. Bring your hands back down into your lap. Just check in, notice any shifts or changes. All right, we're gonna move straight into our seated flow. So bring your hand out to the side. I start on the left, totally up to you where you wanna start. And we're gonna circle the wrist as we inhale. And maybe your hand comes up part way because that's how shallow your breath is as we start. And then we exhale and lower. So my breath always starts out really shallow in the beginning until I start really kind of working and concentrating on it. I can't just take a deep breath, kind of right off the bat. Okay, then we'll sweep both arms up. Push the ceiling away and exhale and fold. Inhale to a halfway lift or flat back. And I see that I must have frozen or you guys did, but that will continue here. Exhale and fold. Sweep both arms up, come all the way up to a tall spine. Arms up, and then exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Kind of tucking in that belly button as you bring the hands down. And then back to our wrist roll. And switching sides. We'll sweep both arms up, push the ceiling away, and exhale and fold. Inhale to a halfway lift or flat back. Exhale again and fold. Sweep both arms up, come all the way back up, arms overhead, and we're going to exhale and twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Oh. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, hands to the heart. My back sounds like Rice Krispies today. I turn to the right and it goes, and then turn to the left. And wow. Wrist roll, bring it on up. Oh, everything's popping today. We had a lot of rain last night, big thunderstorm. Thunder and presumably lightning. My curtains are closed, so I couldn't see that. But and the rain was so loud. And my aunt's like, oh, isn't it so relaxing? Sweep your arms up. Exhale and fold. And I'm like, no, it's not relaxing. I'm thinking about my horses out in the field. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale all the way up. I'm thinking, oh, is Gert cold? Twist to the right. Is this one okay? Is that one okay? Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Then we're going to exhale and bring the right knee up and give it a squeeze. We'll take some ankle rolls here. So the chest is lifted, the knee is lifted, and we'll take some ankle rolls. I'm thinking, not very relaxing. And then switch direction. Another mistake I made is I still have my alarm set for the horse show. That was Sunday. So my alarm went off at 4:30 this morning. So inhale the arms up. Exhale, left knee comes up, give it a squeeze. And I have the big puffy under eye to prove that sleep was elusive last night, this morning. Change direction. And then we'll sweep the arms up. And then exhale, bring them back to the heart. Last time through. Wrist rolls. Switching sides. And then back down. Ooh, wrists are snapping too. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Push the ceiling away. Exhale and fold. Inhale to a halfway lift or flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Come up to a tall spine. We're going to exhale and twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. I have this great like board and batten kind of wall behind me that you can kind of hook it. Inhale the arms back up and help with the twist there. Exhale, right knee up, give it a squeeze. Inhale, extend the right leg. Foot is flexed. And then we'll lower that right heel down. Hands to the left thigh. Hinge forward if you want. Take a few breaths here and we'll stretching the hamstrings or putting some tension on them. My little turkey that used to join us for yoga is sitting out front now of my she shed. And I think he's grooming himself and fanning his feathers out and looking all kinds of funny. But he is massive. He has grown a lot. I think every time it rains, he like gets a little bigger. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, left knee comes in for a squeeze. Inhale, extend the left leg, foot is flexed. And then lower it down. Hands to the right thigh. Hinge forward if you'd like. We'll draw the left heel back. We'll inhale the arms up and bring them on the exhale down to the heart. Take a moment to check in. And then we're going to take the knees wide. Ooh, I can tell I rode yesterday. My abductors are like speaking to me. So we're going to hinge forward at the hips. Sorry, I have a little brain cramp there. Hinging forward, maybe the elbows touch on the inside of the knees or inside of the thighs, keeping the back long, the spine straight, long spine. The chest is kind of still lifted. And I'm just thinking of my noodle neck here. So my neck is an extension of the spine, it's part of the spine, but just not losing that and leaving that kind of dangle. My head and my hair are heavy enough. So we're going to place the left hand down on the floor if you can reach. If not, rest your elbows still inside your knees, but we're going to twist open to the right here. So I have my right hand on my right thigh and I'm pushing my right shoulder open towards the ceiling or my chest towards my right leg. We'll untwist, switching sides, left hand to the left thigh. If you need to rest your right elbow elbow on your right knee, you can do that. And we're twisting the left elbow, or the left shoulder open towards the ceiling. Our chest is facing our left leg. Spine is still long, head is in line with the spine. And then we'll come back to center, come all the way up, bring the legs together. And being up really tall. We're gonna walk our seat bones as close to the edge as we can. You can use your arms for kind of counterweight here if you want. You could have them across your chest, hands at your heart, whatever you want to do. But we're going to do kind of like a modified crunch or a variation of boat pose here, keeping the spine long. You're going to lean back, keeping the spine long. So we're not rounding, we're not slouching into the chair. We're still keeping the spine tall, and then we come up. So let's do 4 more of those. So we start to sit back, exhaling, inhale, come back up. 3 more. 2 more. And I don't know about you, but I shake like crazy when I come back. And the last one. And then all the way up. So we'll circle the torso here. So I'm not going all the way around like this. I am isolating the belly. So, or just think of it as your hips, pelvis rotating here. And then switch direction. So that turkey I was talking about, he's sitting on the step just below the porch of my she shed. And all I can see is like one sleepy turkey eye and his snood. So like the top of his head, and his beak is even hidden. You can just see an eye and his snood. And then we'll come back up to a tall spine. So you can place your left hand behind your head, behind your neck, and we're going to reach out to the right. So you're going to lean over to the right and come back up. So we'll do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we'll lower the right hand and we're going to reach down towards the floor, and we'll do that 5 times. So inhale tall, exhale, reach towards the floor. Inhale, back up. Last one. And then lower that left arm, shake it out, take some shoulder rolls. And we're going to switch sides. So the right hand comes to the back of the neck, back of the head. We're reaching out to the left. We're going to reach and back in. See if you can keep your seat bones positioned in the chair. 3 more. 2. And last one. And then we're going to reach the left hand down, and we're reaching down towards the floor and back up. 4 more. And last one. And then shake it out. Take some shoulder rolls. And now we'll circle the whole upper body here. And if you put your hands on like your low belly, rib, like kind of like where your last ribs are, your fingers down here, you can kind of feel your core muscles kind of engaging as you move around. And then switch directions. It's like I may not be able to see those muscles anymore, but I can feel them still. Good. And then coming back to your upright spine. All right, so we're gonna take the knees a little bit wide here. You can place your hands behind your back or behind your head and neck. And we're going to work our back body here. So we're gonna lean forward and then we're going to sit back up. So concentrate on using those back of your body muscles here. Let's do 4 more. Exhale as you fold. Inhale as you raise. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Good. Bring your arms down, shake them out, take some shoulder rolls. And we're going to twist to the right. Keeping that head up. So, I mean, I always wanted like dangle my head down. I don't know where that started or whatever, but so if you're a head dangler, try to get your chin back slightly so that your ears are kind of positioned over your shoulders. Or if you got some tech neck, and then we're going to twist to the left. And then we'll untwist. Okay, so we're going to bring the left foot up if you can. So if you can put it on something, if you want to lean over to, we're going to massage the foot a little bit. So if you can reach it, great. If you can't, you can massage one foot on top of the other. Or if you have a tennis ball, you can massage it that way. And we're going to kind of squeeze and circle on each toe here. So kind of like what we do on the pads of our fingers when we do our hand stuff. So and then kind of circling each joint. If you're not a foot person or you have shoes on and you don't want to do this, just skip it. Maybe focus on your breath. I used to hate feet so much I didn't even want to touch my own feet. And now I've kind of embraced that they are what they are. You know, I wouldn't wear open-toed shoes. I wouldn't wear sandals. And now I kind of don't care. I do each toe. And then massage into your arches if you can. If you can't reach your arch very well, then you can, you know, put a tennis ball down or some kind of hard circular object, or you can use the top of your opposite foot. Now, we're not going to do it right now, but this is something you can try when you get, you know, on a different time or like later on. is interlacing your fingers through your toes and then circling your ankle. So we can circle the ankle. You can interlace your fingers to the toes if you want, but you don't have to. You can just circle your ankle. So I'm actually going to interlace. It feels really good for me, especially if your feet are crammed in shoes a lot. I mean, a lot of us, I think, in the summer tend to go more barefoot, more flip-floppy stuff. But if you don't, then this is a good exercise. And then change the direction of your circle. And then remove your fingers from your toes if you're doing that, and set your foot back on the floor. Now notice how delightful your foot feels. I don't know, mine feels great. And we're gonna switch sides. So again, if you can't reach, do as best you can. Maybe set your foot on something. If you can't reach at all, no matter what, you can massage your foot on your other foot. You can massage your foot on a ball or the edge of something. And then we're just massaging and circling each toe, kind of rubbing each foot in a circle, each toe in a circle. And then massage the bottom of your foot. You can circle. Put your foot on something. So this isn't like a ton of actual yoga in this class. Seems to be a lot more kind of self-care stuff, but that's good too. Okay, if you want to interlace your fingers, go ahead. Interlace your fingers with your toes. We're not supposed to touch our face anyway, so you might as well touch your feet. And then you can circle your ankle. If you don't want to interlace your fingers through your toes, just circle your ankle with your hand. Let your hand do the work, not the foot. Let your foot just be passive. Ooh, my right ankle is super tight. Holy smokes. And then change the direction of your circle. And then when you're ready, you can undo the interlacing of your finger and your feet. Then come back to your neutral spine. Check in with your foot. Notice how it feels. Feels good. Okay. Boy, my brain is just like today. All right, sitting up tall. Let's bring our arms overhead. So imagine you're holding on to a great big beach ball here, and we're going to tip our beach ball as if to pass it off to someone next to us. I'll lean to the side here. And just go as far as you are comfortable that you can safely come back up. And then we'll switch sides here. Lean and up. So focus on, if you're leaning to the right, focus on planting that left seat bone. And come back to center. You're focusing, if you're switching, you're tilting to the left with your hands, your right seat bone grounds down. And then come back to center. Reaching to the other side. Let's do one more on each side. And then lower the arms, take some shoulder rolls. All right, do a little bit with balance here. You can rock to stand or just stand up, however you want to do it. And we're going to move into our tree pose. So have a chair handy, just in case. And we're grounding down to the right foot. And the left knee is going to point towards the left. And the action here is this straight, grounded right leg. Okay, it's your mountain pose leg on this side. So it's engaged, your knee is lifted, it's strong, your pelvis is neutral. But then we start to rotate our left leg out towards the left. So just that leg is moving towards the left. And so you can be here, or you start to move the foot in, creating a little bit harder balance challenge, or you can start to lift it up. But that left leg is always moving towards the left, and your right leg is being grounded. Our roots are going through the floor into the ground. Take any arm variation that you want. And we'll take a few breaths here. And a big inhale. And exhale, lower. You can march it out. We're going to switch sides. Just realize that like we're all wearing very similar colors today. We got some pink and maroonish and black. So we're bringing the left leg is our mountain pose leg. So this is that very strong leg, and we're grounding down. So we're literally the idea of being part of the ground here with this left leg. And now the right knee opens up towards the right. Start to come closer together here, and then up. And any hand variation or arm variation that you want. Take a mudra. We'll take a few breaths here. And a big inhale. Woo. And then exhale, lower. And march it out. All right, we'll come around in front of the chair. We're going to take our squat variation. So it could be chair pose. It could be with the feet together, the feet further apart. Goddess pose with the legs, knees really wide. Knees and toes are always pointing in the same direction. And take your variation now. If you want to sit and just squeeze your glutes, you can do that. Maybe your quads are already tired. Maybe work on some glute here. Whatever variation that you'd like. And the spine is long and kind of, think of kind of like a proud spine. You know, we're not collapsing and rounding and shriveling up. We're growing out of our spine here. Take a couple more breaths here. And then you can go all the way back down into your chair. Now I'm going to come up and get closer. We'll work on our hands here. And we'll kind of pull the fingers back, pressing the heel of the hand forward. It's so funny in the camera angle. I have this massive hand. It's bigger than my head. And then switch. And then shake it out. And shoulder rolls if you need to. Now we're going to tap the pinky side, pinky edge. And try to stay up tall, and I only say that because I was slouching. The heels of the hands. The bottoms of the thumbs. Oh, the flies found me. And then we're going to take our palm. We're going to punch into our palm. Somebody was talking yesterday about how there was like a lot of flies at some pig farm. And I'm thinking there's a lot of flies everywhere this year. They're intense. It's funny because one day they'll be really, really bad. And then the next day there's not that many. But then the day after that, they're all back again. So I don't know what they're doing. Switching sides. When bugs land on me, I start to itch. Even if they don't bite me. I'm like, okay, no. Summers are rough. Okay, backs of the hands. And then we'll switch. And we'll stop slouching, Amanda. And interlace. And we'll hold and switch them all by one and go again. Oh, Bob froze a little bit. Okay, and then the thumb and forefinger web here. Anybody else struggle with posture as much as I seem to with slouching? You do? Okay. All right. Because it just seems like everybody's sitting up so tall all the time, and I just feel like I'm over here like collapsing onto myself. And then switch. Maybe I can stop telling myself I'm just lazy and then just be like, I'm just human. Yep. Okay. We're going to take our hands, our prana-filled hands. We're going to scratch away bug bites. No, just kidding. And replace them on a body part or body parts that is challenging to you today. You know, it's funny, by this point in the day, I'm tired still or anxious or whatever, but my body usually feels pretty good. It's that first little bit in the morning where when I first started kind of wandering down the hallway to start my day, where everything just kind of, I feel like Tin Man, I think. Everything is creaking and whatever. I think I've been like this for my whole life though. So we're sending love, appreciation, awareness, energy, whatever you'd like to send to those body parts or body part. And it's not like we're focusing on it. So not focusing in a negative way. So, you know, when, or for me in kind of my hypochondria kind of way, you know, I'm thinking, oh, somebody coughed. Oh, I have a sore throat. You know, it's not that kind of focus. It's more of a loving focus. You know, for like the first 2 months, oh gosh, I would say probably till mid-May, I was convinced that I was dying of the coronavirus the whole time. Just, you know, every like, oh, my throat hurts. Well, it couldn't be because I'm yelling out in the arena all day long, and I just have no voice left. You know, oh, I'm tired. Well, you know, probably isn't the fact that I didn't sleep well or whatever. You know, definitely sick. So anyway, we're focusing in a loving, like appreciation kind of way, not a freaked out kind of way. So we'll slowly remove our hands, and we're just going to come back to our mountain pose. Sit up tall. Your hands can be wherever you want. And we're just going to check in again and notice what you have now. So if there's been any shifts since the beginning of class, you know, I myself feel a lot less anxious. And even though I've been doing this for quite a few years now, there is still like a small level of anxiety about, you know, being in front of people and, you know, that stuff. So now if you set an affirmation or had an intention for class, you can bring that back into your mind. Or if you'd like to think of something that you're grateful for, gratitude is very important. If you can, you know, think of something like that, you can do that now. And then we'll bring our hands to our heart and we'll thank ourselves for being here and practicing together. And I appreciate you practicing with me this morning or afternoon or wherever you are. May we all feel loved, grateful, and connected. May we have the strength and courage to overcome any obstacles before us. And I just hope you have a fantastic day. From my heart to your heart, peace and namaste. Thank you.